Okay, hello, this is Artie Astor from Artie Astor Sax, deftly droning, and yes, B sharp and C. I really want to get back into making my podcast or my show, my YouTube show, B sharp and C, where I take either an underrated song, an underground artist, or some type of indie artist, play their song and talk about it. Talk about how it's underrated, how it's so good. I don't think I ever really bring negative feedback. It's all positive, but I do find the songs myself, go out, play them, talk about them, and just discuss certain things like the song writing, how the song is constructed, the arrangement, the instrumentation, the production, and who does what in the song and everything else. And I was really doing that for a long period of time and then stopped. And one of the reasons why I stopped is because of the resolution on my iMac. I got tired and I'm looking at the video right now as I'm making this video, and I swear this is 720p resolution. And a lot of people today, when they make music videos, they use 4K cameras. You can get a DJI Pocket and just do a camera like this, moving around like this, and just adding the audio track after, and it's amazing. And if you have 2 or 3 people recording with a DJI Pocket, it looks like a professional music video, but it's in 4K. And I'm sitting here talking to you with a whopping, I feel like this is 480p, much less 720. But that's what I'm dealing with right now. And I just did not like the grainy resolution on top of my analyzing something that was in 4K quality. It's just too much of a contrast. And the viewer, all they can think of is, this dude needs to get himself a better camera. So that is what I'm in the process of doing right now. I'm looking into getting cameras. I was thinking about using just my DJI drone, just the camera on that, to get some video. But you see, the problem is that if the drone is not flying, the drone heats up. So after 5 minutes, it shuts off to cool down, and it's just not wise for me to use the drone for that. So here I am. I have not stopped music. I think it was April I released 2 songs, or 3, that I had been working on for a while. They were kind of incomplete. I have a bunch of incomplete songs on my DAW right now, like 10 or 11 that I could work on. And I have a bunch of written songs that I need to work on in the studio. And of course, the desire to write music is always there, so I can continue to create music. But I did take some time off of the music so that I could focus on getting my drone license with the Pilot Institute. It really makes for some excellent footage, and I'm hopeful that at some point I will use it for a music video in the future, But yeah, so I got my drone license. I've been practicing every day, as much as I reasonably can. And I kind of took a break with the music, but I kind of didn't. I still practice my saxophone 10 minutes a day, which I always tell people, if you are going to minimize your practice, do not do less than 10 minutes a day. From what I've researched, which isn't a whole lot, but it's enough. From what I've researched, at least 10 minutes a day kind of keeps you on a plane, so that you don't lose a lot of the things that you've been practicing. But I'm also of the belief that if you take days off, which I did at one point, take days off from playing, then you come back at the instrument with a new perspective and sometimes end up trying things that are new that you wouldn't have done if you had kept playing, So it's all good. The important thing is continue to play. Do not stop playing. I think that's the important thing. So back to my original point, I have not taken music off. I just have been busy with other things, but now I'm getting back into playing the saxophone for more than 10 minutes a day. getting back into kind of balancing everything out with the flying and everything else, and of course with my home life and my work. And but I'm looking for a good 4K camera so that when I go back into making B sharp and C, I will make those videos in a way that I can be at least aesthetically pleasing to the viewer. Now, what is B sharp and C? Many don't know what it is. It is a podcast that turned into a YouTube show that I was doing where I would take a song, maybe an unknown song, an underrated song, or just completely underground, play it, and then talk about how we should B sharp and C how great that song is, and that it shouldn't be underrated, and it shouldn't be underground. It should be popular. But today's popular music absolutely sucks, and I have no fear of saying that at all. I know it's still art, but a 2-year-old with a pencil on a piece of paper creates art. It's just not good art unless there's some type of savant. I hate today's music, and I hate what the music industry has done, and I hate overproduced crap, which is what we have today. We have a lot of music that is almost 100% made on a computer, and the focus is on the EQing of this, EQing of that, the beats and this and that, and there's almost no focus on, like, what did the musician do? Why did he use a minor 9 chord here? Why did he do this? Wow, look at that. There's an extra measure in the chorus as you're trying to build tension. All these things. I do look at the production of music. I think that's important. It's not everything. It's not everything. Writing music is the process that creates music. I feel like I shouldn't have to say that. I feel like I should never have to say writing music is the way to create music. But for some odd reason, in 2023, yes, that needs to be said, that someone needs to actually write music to create music. I don't understand why that needs to be said. People still write books, or do they? AI is taking away the organic nature of creation. They're taking away the humanity of creation, and that's fine if you're Satan. But I mean, if you're a friggin' person who just likes dealing with what other humans create, then you will like the humanity and the rawness of what other humans are creating. And that is what I like to focus on. So what I will do with this podcast, when B sharp and C comes back, when I finally get a camera that's not like this, which is complete and total crap, I will go back into making videos regularly about underground musicians, all genres, but underground musicians. And I will take that song, I will play it, I will talk about it, and I will be putting those videos out, hopefully like on a weekly basis. I got to figure out my whole schedule and everything. I won't be charging anybody. What I normally do and what I did in the past is when I did some type of analysis of a song, or I featured somebody's song, I would usually do the episode and then send them the link and say, hey, I did a song of yours. I think that you would find it interesting to listen to it or whatever. And I've had some pretty interesting people get back to me. Rocky Athos got back to me. Johannes Lindstedt got back to me. Vanessa Collier got back to me. They're in the music scene. They're famous musicians. But there are a surprisingly high amount of people who are in the game, in the industry, who still engage with fans and appreciate when someone does a good word about them. So I like doing this for the music. Get the video out there, put it out there for those who also want to feature music, talk about the craft, the art, and get it out there. Just get it out there. And, I've had people say bad things on my videos. I've had people say good things on my videos. I actually read all comments. I usually don't respond to the bad ones. In fact, I responded to a bad one once, and then he took it down. So maybe he felt guilty afterwards. I don't know. So at any rate, so keep an eye out, keep an ear out for B sharp and C. That is going to come back with better, clarity. And that's about it. So I hope to see you soon. And thanks for listening.